Welcome to the third episode of the best pen drawing in the world. In this episode, I will be designing a fascinating scene. I will be drawing Jesus in hell. According to the Bible book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 18 to 19, it tells us that Jesus descended into hell and announced victory over the spirits, which are fallen spirits or evil angels called demons. Also in Revelation chapter 1 verse 18, Jesus says, "I'm the living one, I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever, and I hold the keys of death and Hades." In my art design, in what I want to design now, I try to show where Jesus was collecting the key of Hades from death himself, surrounded by demons. So I first of all did the ground sketch. This is an imaginary work, so there was no way I cannot go without making the ground sketch and planning the picture. So I first of all had to make Jesus visible because he's kind of the center of focus. Then I tried to use pen to make the outlines more thick and visible so that it can guide me through the shading process. In the major planning, in this outlining is where many things becomes very visible before the shading process. So I did like 80% of the work. That is 80% of designing, 80% of laying. I call it general laying before I shaded it. So this is the outline or the shading of the outline with black pen. I was just using black pen to design it, and here you can see that I was able to get the hellscape. That is the hell landscape, where the mountainous horizon and then the demons and the snake, because I thought about how to depict the demonic entities, and the concept of serpent came to my mind because of the story of Adam and Eve and the dragon and so many things. So I think the creatures in the background look more like dragons. Some even have dragon wings, like bat wing, and they are like shouting like tormented spirit, because this is hell, so most of them are actually tormented. So I had to do this before I start coloring. So after the shading, I started laying colors. Of course, the dragon red color was necessary for the background, for the demons, for the devils. So I used red to portray the demons. Then I used fire, that is orange color fire, to color the background as if it was a river of burning water. Then the body of burning is like the horizon, and the background is like burning magma, like lava, something like that. So Jesus' body was also painted with yellow so that he will stand out as the Holy One that came, and his hands, part of his hands was holding the cross towards heaven. That cross is showing where he came from. That means he came down, he descended. That was the symbolic representation. Then the skeleton at the background that portrays death and dying, and so everything here was actually done deliberately. I needed to create a shading pattern, a rough shading pattern, whereby those closer to Jesus was like shining from the reflection of the light from his body. So that was the reason. So I needed to make the background dark. After a while, I decided to give it a finishing touch. You can see most of the work is done. It's just to make the shading darker and make it thick so that it will be very visible. And I was not through with the throne. It was the throne of the devil or the throne of death. So I think that part I kind of wanted to make it totally black or dark, but because of some reasons I later decided to color the throne somehow red, the same red pattern that I used for the death, because death is somehow sitting on the throne. His face is hiding close to his hand, so he's like bowing down, even though partially seated on his throne, but bowing down, handing over the key to Jesus. So no, this is just an imaginary work, and we just have to express ourselves, because this is what art is all about, self-expression.